Hola, muy bienvenidos y bienvenidas a nuestro canal nuevamente. Hoy es un día muy especial porque tenemos al señor Thomas Knudsen. Él es Sales Area Senior Manager de Dali Speaker, una de nuestras marcas preferidas de Parlantes. Y hoy tendremos la suerte de poder conversar con él acerca de la compañía y sus fabulosos productos. Thomas, thank you for joining us today. We're really excited to having you here.
Thanks a lot.
And having you here to share more about Dali and your incredible products. So welcome to Chile.
Thanks a lot, and it's my first time here. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. Beautiful country.
What can you tell me about your company?
Dali, first of all, Dali stands for Danish Audiophile Loudspeaker Industries and was founded back in the early 80s. Mm-hmm. We are still a 100% Danish-owned company, which is really, really nice to work for, because in the audio industry today, you see many companies being bought up or being merged with other companies in groups. We are 100% independent from all that, so we can take our own decisions and we can quickly adapt to the market needs as soon as we want. And today we have two factories. We have one in Denmark, where we are manufacturing cabinets and drivers and crossovers and doing all the more expensive stuff. At the same time, we also have our own factory in China. We don't do OEM. We have a factory in China where we are manufacturing the entry-level stuff. We had the factory in China for almost 15 years now. It's with Danish management, meaning that we can proudly say that the quality of the products coming out of there is just the same like we manufacture in Denmark.
Yeah, and regarding your presence internationally, you are almost all over the world.
We are in all the main markets of loudspeakers in the world, and in Europe we are especially in the north of Europe, where we have our own sales organizations in some of the markets. We are one of the leading brands, definitely. We are exporting to most of the world. We have sales organizations in Asia. We are covering North America, South America through distributors. So we are covering roughly between 70 and 80 markets worldwide.
And well, Dali has a variety of product lines.
Yeah.
Can you, because sometimes people wonder why certain speakers are priced differently.
Yeah.
Could you give us a brief rundown of the different lines?
First of all, I would say that the Dali speakers are divided into three segments. We have our core business, which is traditional speakers. Then we have a custom installation. And we do also have what we call our P&P, plug and play, which is Bluetooth speakers and headphones. Custom installations, we are trying to use the same type of drivers that we use in traditional speakers and turn that into custom install. And there we have a very good variety of products as well. When it comes to traditional speakers, you can say that it's not the number of drivers or necessarily the size of a speaker who defines the quality of the speaker. We have 5 to 6 different series of speakers, and in all of them we are trying to use the same quality of the drivers and the same quality of tweeters. But what differs between them is, of course, the quality of each of them when it goes up in series. So coming from Spectre Oberon up to Core, first of all you will see that we use the brown diaphragm. The drivers we're using this wood fiber cones. Yes. That's simply a paper material where we've been adding wood fibers to that. We're using that in all our drivers because we truly believe in that type of product. We're also using in most of our speakers our hybrid tweeter module, which is a combination of a soft dome tweeter and a ribbon tweeter up and on top of it.
And so yeah, the fiber cone is a signature of your products, and it really stands out because of the quality and for the aesthetics too.
It's true. Both the physical design and the acoustic design of the speakers is very important for Dali, because of course people should appreciate the product standing in their living room.
Yeah.
So first of all, I think we are making a beautiful product.
Yeah.
Next is also the way we design the acoustic appearance of the product, where we have one of the very important parts of the manufacturing of a Dali speaker is the white dispersion. Mm-hmm. And that comes, for example, from the hybrid tweeter module, where we're using this ribbon tweeter on top of it. Our basic principle for design of a speaker is that they should stand parallel in your room and not being towed in towards the listening position, because we believe that gives a better room integration. Mm-hmm. All people have tried to listen to a good speaker in a very acoustic, perfect room, but when they get back to their own house, it doesn't sound the same. Yeah. So there, we guarantee you that one of the reasons is that they are difficult to place in your room. But we also say that by having them standing parallel and the way we design our white dispersion it gives a better integration to your room when you get your speakers back home. Yeah.
What else stands out from Dali?
I would say one of the things I really appreciate about Dali speakers is they're very easy to drive. No matter what speaker in the line of Dali, you can drive them with an inexpensive amplifier. Yeah. Meaning it's not a speaker who first need a lot of power for amplifier and then starts to perform. They will, even you take our core, our most expensive product, and you just add a small amplifier, you will still get good sound out of it. So in that way, you get a very transparent and very smooth speaker performance.
What is happening in Dali right now?
There's a lot happening this year. I've been working for Dali for 14 years, and honestly, this is the year with most product launches that I can remember. And there's some exciting stuff happening. Right now in Europe, we are launching 2 new series. We have the Rubicore and an Epicore, and both of them are replacements for the Rubicon and the Epicon series. And they're, as I said, being launched now in our key markets in Europe and in North America, and then in early 2025 we are ready to roll them out to the rest of the markets in the world. The first time you see the Rubicore, right, you see they look similar to the Rubicon because it's actually the same cabinet we're using there, but everything in the speakers has been renewed. New woofers, new crossover, everything has been renewed. So it's incredible because it's almost like a complete new speaker. You heard yourself the Rubicore 2, and it's almost like a complete new speaker, right?
Yeah, no, it's my favorite bookshelf speaker, definitely. I really love them. On
top of that, we are launching also a couple of other new stuff. We have a new headphone coming out. The Dali IO8 has just been launched right now, start to ship out. We had recently at CEDIA in Denver, in Colorado, we were presenting our new outdoor speaker, which is a new range from our side, which will start shipping early next year to the markets. So I'm really happy about all these, and we're very busy with this. And of course, also our distributors and dealers, they should, of course, learn to cope with all these new series.
Yeah, a lot of work for all of us.
Wonderful, isn't it? That gives me a good opportunity to come back.
Yeah, definitely. So we also reach out to our audience on social media, Instagram mainly, and they had some interesting questions for you, Thomas.
Ooh.
Let me share a few.
Not too technical.
No. The first one is really interesting. Is there a particular Dali product that excites you the most? We know all of your products are important, but...
First of all, I would say that honestly, all different products from Dali I would be happy to have at home, because they are in each of their category and price amazing products. But there are a few standouts. I'm working with export business, so I'm traveling a lot and using a lot of my time in an airplane. So our Dali IO12, which came out, is it one and a half year ago?
Yes.
Is a product which is an true audiophile headphone. But it's also a very convenient headphone because you can travel with it. It has Bluetooth built in. So I spent 10 hours in a plane using the IO12. They are very easy to wear. They're very there's no there's no distortion coming from them, so they're very easy for my ears as well. So even after wearing them and using them for a lot of time, I don't get tired of it. And they have a 35-hour battery lifetime, so perfect travel. So I would never travel without my IO12s.
And what is the relation between making speakers and making headphones? Because both of them produce sound, of course, but regarding the technology that they use.
Yeah, if you look into a headphone, it is a speaker. It is a diaphragm moving, right? Exactly like you do with a normal speaker. But when Dali is doing a headphone, we just don't take a random manufacturing somewhere and put our name on it. We really go into it and develop it ourselves. So two major things here is, one thing is that we could use that SMC material that we are using in our normal speakers. We could use that in the headphones, and that's the first time ever we have done that, and that has given a tremendous effect on the distortion from them.
Very low distortion.
Exactly. And normally what you see in the market is that most headphones today use these 40 millimeter drivers. Yeah, we use a 50 millimeter to get that, and we also, the diaphragm in there is cloth material, meaning that gives a more transparent and very light sound of the product.
Okay, favorite headphone regarding the speakers.
A product like the Menuet. We had the Menuet standing up here behind us. The Dali Menuet is a true classic, and we had it on in our production for 20 to 30 years. It's changed its name over the years. But looking at that small speaker, and you just immediately say that that's not for me because it's too small. It's an amazing speaker. When you listen to it, you will never say I miss the bass from it, because it's amazing in the bass and the whole dispersion of the product. And it's a beautiful product.
Yeah, and the medium-high frequencies are just very sweet.
I agree.
Voice
it's amazing product.
Yes.
Then we have a floor-standing speaker like the Dali Oberon 5. When you look at them, they really look small, right? But when you hear them, they're just fighting way over their normal weight class.
Definitely.
It's impressive what they can do. If you treat them with a good amplifier, they can really stand out, and they are amazing at the bass performance. And price-wise, very competitive.
And they work both of stereo and home cinema.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
And then at home myself, I have a Dali Epicon 2, which has been just a classic as well. Amazing product. I live in an apartment, so I don't really have the space for a very big floor standing. But with an Epicon 2, a very neat product. Every visitor I have, all my friends saying, "Wow, that's a beautiful speaker," and they say, "That's a nice little speaker." Listen, and then we play electronic music and all type of music, and it's just a wonderful speaker, and it sounds amazing.
So we have Oberon, Menuet, Opticon. Where do the names of Dali comes from? You have brands that works with technical stuff, like. But well, I love the way that you move to name a product line, and then the technical part is the last name: Opticon 6, Opticon 2, Opticon.
And for example, our new line Epicore, which is being launched right now in Europe, there it was so natural for us to take the Epicon and the Core and mix them together, because the Epicore really using a lot of the same technology as we have in our Core. For example, the tweeter module in Epicore is the same as in Core, and a lot of the same philosophy is coming there. And again, in Ruby Core, again, that's a mix of Rubicon with the Core technology being used in the speaker.
So the development of the Core was really a milestone for you.
It was a true milestone. That was the first time that Dali came out with a product in that weight class, and it's for everyone who heard it are just saying that it's one of the best speakers they ever heard. And again, very easy to drive, very transparent and very smooth, but at the same time a beast. When you feed that with power, you really feel so much power coming out of them. And normally we say that we can just turn up the volume as much as we like. The amplifier will stop, feeding before the speaker will stop. Yes.
So the last one, are there any myths you heard about taking care of speakers, maybe positioning for the sweet spot, I don't know, that you would never recommend?
Or that I would never recommend?
Yes, never recommend.
First of all, I would not recommend to throw them in. I would recommend to have them standing parallel. And I will always recommend people to sit down and listen, and then maybe have somebody to move them around. But I would never recommend to put them too close to the wall or to the side wall. Always give them air, let them breathe, let them come out in the room. Even it's sometimes, it can be a compromise with your better parts. Most of the time there will be two people in your house or in your apartment, and we have to agree on have them standing in the right way. But convince yourself that bringing them out in the room and away from the side walls, that adds to the value of the sound, or the quality of the sound.
Okay, really nice.
Good.
So Thomas, it was really nice to talk with you, learning more about your amazing company and products. So thank you very much for being here.
My true pleasure.
And enjoy our city and our country.
I'm looking so much forward to the seafood and the wine of this city.
Really nice.
Thank you.
Bueno, muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Si tienes más preguntas pueden hacerlos en los comentarios, así que no olviden suscribirse al canal, darle me gusta para que sigamos subiendo este tipo de contenidos.